I'm here with Francesco Mazzagatti, the Chief Executive of Viaro Energy. Welcome to our E-FWD breakfast. You've been putting in a lot of effort today, speaking about the challenges Viaro faces, and particularly raising serious concerns about what happens to the energy industry when it's taxed to the pips and the investment can't happen. But you are a major investor in the North Sea. Tell us what's going on. You're soon to be closing a deal on assets in the North Sea. Are you still doing that?
Yes, definitely we're still doing it. They say the problem we had on this acquisition was not today, but that was at the time of the evaluation of the deal.
Yeah.
So we had I cannot disclose many details of the deal, but we tried to build in a model that we were considering in case of Labour entering the government. We would expect they would extend the EPL, and this is what will have impact on the value of the company. So let's say we calculate everything before, we try to put in place some insurance policy to protect our investments. So was everything built in before? We didn't have a huge negative impact. We got some negative impact because we didn't estimate that much. But the idea is that asset has a lot of potential because around 120 million barrels of 2C in the area. And the idea is for us to go and explode all the small pockets that are in the South North Sea basin. And even if they are small pockets, for a company like Shell, as operator, they will not go to make these investments because they have around 30% of capital return, something like that. So they're going to deploy cash on somewhere else. For a company our size that we cannot do to make huge exploration developments over $4 or $5 billion, definitely we have less cash available on project. So we have to try to compensate the return. So maybe they're aiming 30% return, we are aiming 10% return. So still work that project for us.
I mean, it used to be that the nimble player like Viaro is coming in there because they can see the upside. That maybe was a different regime. Now you're an investor and presumably you have investors. What do you tell them now?
I mean, the beginning was we don't have investor because I'm the shareholder of the company.
All right, okay, all yours.
So
yeah.
It's let's say that's why the decisions are much easier. If you go to speak with all the investor on hedge funds, you have to deal with so many people, so many entities to explain why we shouldn't go for 20% return, but we are fine for 10, 12% return. So for us, is the work stream decision is much quicker and easier. The reason from the first investment of Rock Rose until the latest one of the Shell Exxon deal, they changed the principle of the kind of investment. Before the first deal we did, we were because we want an area where it was low on geopolitical risk. Tax regime definitely proved me wrong. I didn't get it right back at that time. But it was different. It was very low commodity price and different things. So we saw an upside because I believe commodity price would drive up.
Yeah, okay, great. Now, we're here today talking about what we need to see, from the UK fiscal regime. You've heard Owen talk about his bat signal. This sign is, and this message is what we have to get into Westminster. What you tell me, or you tell us, what would Viaro like to see to give you confidence in your investment in the North Sea?
I think what we need to see the drop-off of EPL, because there is no reason to have a windfall tax in the current commodity price. And I think current government need to listen, even neighbor country. You have Norway or the rest of Europe or US tell us how important is oil and gas for energy security. So I think we have so many signals that things need to change and go back to our fiscal regime that was the previous one, not the EPL one, and EPL one become a new fiscal regime. So there is no fundamental for this EPL to stay in place as today. And we saw so many companies fire so many of people, losing jobs, supply chain is like very stressed. We had some internal project as well. We are expecting to have FAD on FTP on Bressay, that an investment to do with Enquest, and it was supposed to happen in 2024. But of course, as operator, Enquest needed to have a look and review the numbers again, and everything's delayed.
Yeah, and Bressay is one of those major North Sea fields that is just so uncertain right now.
I think it's the fourth largest field in UK.
Yeah, absolutely. Cool, great. Are you feeling more confident or less confident at this stage?
I'm confident on common sense that need to prevail. I can't believe that the government will not listen to all those messages from the industries, from supply chain, and from, as I say, from country, from other government that telling you have to protect your industry. So I hope they will listen and common sense prevail.
Okay, you heard it here. We're really hoping common sense prevails. Thank you very much, Francesco. It's been a pleasure to meet you.
It was a pleasure.
I'm so glad
Thank
to
you
see
so much. Thank you.